It's Week 12 of the NFL, and it'll be Kenny Moore. He got the QB not once, but twice last week with a pair of interceptions.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has come to East Asia in the bustling metropolis that is Tokyo, Japan. Today, our Thanksgiving coverage continues with a good one here between the Dublin Shamrocks taking on the Dragons of Tokyo. Along with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin here, and partner, let's examine this Tokyo ball club as they enter play. They returned home after playing in London last week, but it was a good trip as they came home a winner.
And that's a long flight when you lose, but not half as bad when you come home with a victory and full of bangers and mash.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Dubliners, they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Goff now to throw. He'll find Jones again, complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. The numbers for Jones last week, 21 carries, 79 yards.
And even though it's a short week, running backs love when they're in a groove, and that's exactly where he is right now. He's hoping to feast a little bit more here on Thanksgiving.
Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Out of the gun, Goff. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. On 1st down, Goff. This is caught. Touchdown. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Shamrocks are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's Hollywood Marquise Brown who finishes it off with the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Now left side on the swing pass. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
And they'll run on 3rd down with Charbonnet.
And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So they bring out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, it's gone. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. He'll get that out wide to Duvernay.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. His first catch there. Good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
First down, Shamrocks.
Now it's gone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Goff. This will be caught by Brown. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
To the air again. Gone.
Right back to Njoku.
3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive, and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a late. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Aaron Jones. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Shamrocks lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. Still going. And he gets this one down to the 24. And what a big-time play there. Give him 53 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Tua going to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 14.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And this one is right down the middle. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Dublin's offense now set to take over. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Dublin with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Now Goff. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Tyus Bowser with a pick. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. Under pressure, they got him again. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Goff. That is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
That's Matt Milano firing in from his linebacker position.
They bring their punter out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Now Tua. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. A give up the middle to Singletary. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Well, they'll come up 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Play action. Now it's Tua. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here's Brad Robbins now.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Goff. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
And a Dublin first down.
An inside give to Jones. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Goff's throws on target to Duvernay.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Goff.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Gone. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Quay Walker came through to make the sack. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
And on now is the punter, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here, as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Tokyo set to go on offense once again. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. He finds his man complete. That's Fields.
Tua going to try and go quickly here.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
3rd and 5.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 1st and 10, Goff. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
2nd and 10.
Back to throw, Goff.
That's deep for Duvernay.
Incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Goff now looking to throw.
Quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they got a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
After the interception, here's Goff. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Here's Goff. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a fourth down.
And his kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. First, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up this weekend as we start into the home stretch in Week 12 of the NFL. We'll start across the Atlantic in London, England, where you see the final score there. The Monarchs want to get hot at the right time, and at 7-4 now, they're right in the mix for a playoff spot. Plenty to like about the late afternoon games as well. As you see by the highlight, these guys are in for a battle, taking on what should be a very tough opponent. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In that first half, it was the veteran Aaron Jones who had it going. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Here's Tua. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 5.
At the 41-yard line.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to pass. Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Singletary, they'll go up the middle.
Oh, a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 90 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Tua sets up to pass it. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Goff on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. This will be caught once again by Brown. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
At the 46-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of the quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now Goff.
Open man is Duvernay.
That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Off the option, it's Jones.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen the...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Tua. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Aaron Donald has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
A gain of 34 yards. And a Dublin first down.
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. On 1st down, it's gone.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now it's gone. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
To the air again. Goff.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle. A 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here. But I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Tua now on 1st down. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time, multiple guys get to it.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
Tua wants to throw it on second down. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
Tua going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
They'll go again to Jones. Shifts past him at the 45. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
40 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Off the option, it's Jones. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Goff.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
From the red zone now, Goff. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. His 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Shamrocks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
And this is what coaches talk about, never being satisfied. No matter what the lead, always trying to increase it. You never know what can happen in this NFL.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. On 1st and 10, Goff. That is caught at the 7-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 5-yard line.
Goff now to throw. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Shamrocks have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Holding, receiving team.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
And he's out right at the 25.
That's good for a Tokyo 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. Now the try here for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Campbell. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. The pressure pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
This offense so far on third down, a very anemic, 1 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter. And that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 61 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who is shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw a defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. The Tokyo offense heads back out there now. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Aaron Donald getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. One final try for Tagovailoa. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Dublin, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Tokyo, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.